Welcome to my Spontaneous Expert YouTube channel, where I attempt to plant multiple seeds of multiple epiphanies I've had over the years, and I attempt to plant those seeds of epiphany into fertile viewer minds. And by extension, those fertile viewer minds should rightly expect to grow into towering trees of wisdom and skill. As a spontaneous expert talking about planting seeds of epiphany, let's talk about planting seeds. What does it mean? What does it look like to plant a seed in somebody else's mind? There are various ways to look at it. There are various ways to receive seeds, as well as there are various ways to plant seeds. That's very important to consider both those ideas, because most of the time we don't really consider the act of planting the seed because it happens spontaneously, as it were. But if we think about it, we're better prepared to plant better seeds, or conversely, to receive the seeds and cultivate them more efficiently and more dynamically. Consider this. We're always planting seeds, whether we know it or not, whether we like it or not. The fact is, whatever we do, whatever we say, whatever we hear, whatever happens in communication between human beings, there are ideas being shared, being planted, as it were. But this channel is about planting the seeds of epiphanies. So the question is, now, what is an epiphany? An epiphany is a sudden insight or a sudden idea, like a light going on, usually resulting from an extended period of thought having to do with problem solving, which can lead to the aha moment, a moment of realization, possibly, that a very difficult challenge has a very simple solution. Or, just as likely, it could be a sudden, spontaneous realization about how life works. Or it could be the sudden realization about the ironies of life, such as when I was suddenly hit with the thought that we as humans have two appendages, arms, legs, hands, yet we have a dominant side, and oftentimes the non-dominant side is underutilized. But that is a subject for future videos. In this video, what I'm focusing on is the epiphany that I had that epiphanies can be planted, which can unlock secrets and shortcuts to new ways of thinking, an awareness, or maybe just to make life a little easier. At the end of each Spontaneous Expert video, I think it would be useful to examine what the information presented means to viewers of different ages. And to do that, I would separate viewers into three categories of age. Those under 16 years of age, those between 16 years of age and middle age, whatever that means to you. And finally, the third age group would be middle age and up. To those viewers under 16 years of age, this information about planting seeds of epiphanies can mean a budding introduction into what epiphanies are, and in knowing what the definition of an epiphany begins the process of self-realization and awareness of the powers of persuasion. The age group between 16 and middle age is experiencing the sweet spot of creativity and developmental intellect. For that age group, the awareness of planting seeds of epiphanies works in two different directions. Number one, it helps to understand the abilities that we have to affect other people's thinking and actions, either purposely or unintentionally. Acting purposefully offers a person a little bit of control over his or her future. Acting unintentionally means knowing that how I dress, how we speak, the words we use, the facial expressions affected should utilize a considerable amount of thought and effort. Because as they say, for every action, there is a reaction. And ultimately, we should prefer desirable serendipity over undesirable and unintended consequences. To those viewers, middle-aged or older, the information in this video presented about planting seeds of epiphanies could lead away from negative when I was your age lectures and towards a more understanding empathy for those experiencing the challenges for the first time that an older person has experienced repeatedly and otherwise cannot understand why it's not obvious what to do. And there you have it. This has been the kickoff video of my Spontaneous Expert YouTube channel. There are more videos to come, along with better quality, ideally. But as I've learned over the years, good content with marginal technical quality is far superior to marginal content with good technical quality. And that's an epiphany that you can rely on. And of course, that should start some tongues a-wagging in the comment section.